Let's be honest. Caloric restriction sounds great on paper. Live longer by eating less. Who wouldn't want to extend their life with the power of strategic hunger and a salad the size of a postage stamp? But in practice, it feels more like trying to outrun aging with a growling stomach and a personality that slowly deteriorates with each skipped dessert. Fortunately, science may be offering a much tastier alternative. Omega-3 fatty acids, those sleek, slippery molecules from fish, krill, or algae that might just slow aging without turning you into a hangry monk. Caloric restriction, CR, usually defined as reducing daily calorie intake by 20 to 40% without malnutrition, is the undisputed heavyweight champion of anti-aging research. In nearly every species tested, from yeast to mice to possibly that very grumpy guy at your gym, CR extends lifespan and improves metabolic health. It works by dialing down mTOR, revving up autophagy, reducing oxidative damage, and generally putting the body into preserve and repair mode. Your cells, suddenly deprived of excess fuel, start cleaning house, patching up damage, and becoming more efficient, like a factory that stops churning out novelty mugs and focuses on fixing the conveyor belt. But while this is all very impressive in lab rodents who don't have to go to brunch, human compliance is, let's say, spotty. CR can trigger fatigue, loss of muscle mass, bone thinning, irritability, and the constant internal scream of when is lunch. That's where omega-3s come in, offering many of the same longevity-supporting pathways, but without forcing you to swear eternal allegiance to steamed broccoli. At the molecular level, omega-3 fatty acids, especially EPA and DHA, have remarkable overlap with the effects of caloric restriction. They lower chronic inflammation, one of the key drivers of accelerated aging, aka inflammaging, by reducing pro-inflammatory cytokines like TNF-alpha and IL-6 and boosting the production of specialized pro-resolving mediators like resolvins and protectins. Caloric restriction does this too, but instead of skipping dinner, you can take a fish oil capsule and still make it to dessert. Omega-3s also influence gene expression, particularly through modulation of transcription factors like PARs, and inhibit NF-B, a notorious inflammation master switch. These molecular nudges mimic the clean up your act message sent by CR. They also help stabilize telomeres, the protective caps on your chromosomes that erode with stress, aging, and excessive junk food. Again, CR does this, but omega-3s do it while still allowing you to enjoy solid food. And then there's the metabolic magic. CR improves insulin sensitivity, lipid profiles, and mitochondrial function. Omega-3s? They've been shown to enhance mitochondrial biogenesis, reduce triglycerides, and improve fatty acid oxidation, giving you better energy metabolism without the sad, slow march of calorie-counting misery. Some researchers even argue that omega-3s could act as CR mimetics, substances that activate the same pro-longevity pathways without the full-on caloric cutback. Of course, omega-3s don't do everything that CR does. They don't trigger autophagy to the same extent, and they won't send your body into the same metabolic stress zone that kicks off extreme longevity mechanisms like SIRT1 activation or deep cellular repair. But they also don't come with the same risks like muscle wasting, immune suppression, or becoming a social outcast at birthday parties because you declined cake again. So, is omega-3 supplementation a safer alternative to caloric restriction? In many ways, yes. It's more sustainable, more socially acceptable, and far more enjoyable. It may not replace the full-spectrum cellular tune-up that CR provides, but it offers enough overlapping benefits: reduced inflammation, improved gene expression, metabolic support, and telomere protection to make it a worthy tool in the anti-aging toolbox. In the end, aging isn't a single-speed treadmill. It's a complex, multi-pathway obstacle course. Caloric restriction is like taking the hard, uphill route in minimalist shoes and hoping for spiritual enlightenment at the summit. Omega-3s? They're like jumping on a smooth trail bike with a protein bar in your pocket. It might not get you to 120, but it could help you stay sharper, stronger, and less inflamed as you cruise into your 80s and 90s, and all without ever having to say goodbye to second breakfast.